Hello Tubesters, this is take 3. There could well be 4, 5 and 6, I don't know. I'm tired and I keep making mistakes. I've recently taken delivery of some plinths for my busts and display figures. They're from a company called Oakwood Studios. I say company, I don't know if obviously a limited company or whatever, but anyway. My wife's bought me some for Christmas, or just to help me display my figures, and I put some extra money and bought a few other pieces as well. The entire lot cost me £80 with the postage. They're beautiful plinths, they really are. I'm just looking at 3. I've only bought 3 types and duplicates of all 3. But as I say, it cost me £80. And I know people will be taking an intake of breath, but if you've gone to a lot of time and effort and an expense as well in buying a bust or a plinth, buying a bust or a figure to paint, if you think you've done a halfway decent job on it deserves a decent plinth really. So I've got 2 types of wood here, mahogany and yew. Now I'm a huge fan of yew. I'll say I'm an ex-arborist, tree surgeon, whatever, and I've always loved yew. This has really come up to my expectations. I ordered from Richard. The only thing you're going to have to do is you go on the website, pick the things that you want, but then email Richard, or you contact him through the contact page on his thing, and he'll work out the postage for you and give you the final price. But he's really quick. I mean, I think I did my initial contact to him in the evening, and I think he was back in about under an hour. And he'd had the order. I mean, it took me at least another 24 hours or something to actually put the money over in PayPal, and within another day or so, whether he got them in stock or he made them up, I'm not really fussed really, but they were out to me and they were delivered within a couple of days. You can't say fairer than that. The only thing that I would have the only mark I've put against it, and it's not really, I love them too much to really mark it down, is they came in a jiffy bag. Now probably that's down to keep the postage down for us guys, but my jiffy bag had got slightly torn, but it hadn't actually gone through the inner coating, and it would be a shame if one of these got knocked up, smashed up. It would have smashed up, but you know what I mean, dented and whatever, scratched. It'd probably been better in a box, but I love these too much to be too critical on that point of view. So let me put the old readers on and get the old green lights in my glasses now. But we'll go down to the bench and we'll have a quick look at these. Right guys, here are the 3 plinths in question. I've had, this is one of the mahogany ones, I've had 2 of these and 3 of these. Absolutely, really, you don't often have high expectations buying off the internet, because sometimes, yes, you do get really great service and great product, and other times you just don't, you fall flat on your face. So it's always, when you're parting with a big chunk of money, and you're always skeptical of what you're going to get, but I'm really made up with these. As I say again, I've got no connection with the company whatsoever, but I've always said to you guys, if somebody's got a good product, good service, whatever, shout them out, because these are hard times, and if we can keep people going, more the merrier. So I will attempt to put a link in the description to these, to Richard. There we go. I'm sorry about the cluster. It's all clustered up as usual. I've got a bench full of figures and oh, you name it, gummy bears. Right, let's go from this side. This is our yew. As you can see, yew's absolutely fantastic. He polishes them up. Bit of baize on the bottom. I love these. Is it mullions? I don't know what you call them, but anyway, I like this because you've really got you can't see. Let's use this one, but you've really got stability. Yeah, I know this isn't oblong and it's going to be fairly stable, but when you've got a a bit of doweling or brass rod, and you've got your bust on top. If it's a bust, you know, it can be unstable with the height and the weight of the resin. So yeah, that's really chuffed with that. I'm going to put a Native American bust on this. And of course, you know, obviously the wood grain, it's all different on the different ones. So yeah, that's that one. Now this one was a bit of a punt in the dark. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to get. Well, I knew by the measurements, but I still wasn't sure what it was going to turn out like. I originally was thinking of using it for a base for a 54mm figure, but I think there's more this size lends itself more to something like this half filled, the yeomanry horse, something like that, you know what I mean, or 75mm horse, you know, or a you know, a larger scale figure, if you know, depending on the placement of the feet. That's why you often need some different, just like you need your model stash or your figure stash, you need a plinth stash, because you've got to work out, you know, plinths for different figures. But again, all the same quality, and that to me really is beautiful quality. See, mahogany, again all polished up nice. And then we've got the round guy here. Again, I got these originally either as bust plinths or for a 54mm figure. Now I've been paying, these are around, again I've got to be careful because I haven't got a price list, but I believe these are around £8-10, something like that. I've been buying MDF ones that have just been varnished for around that price. So, you know, and they haven't got bays on the bottom. They haven't got diddly squat, you know. So just a coating of some form of high gloss. So yeah, really happy with those. And again, that's going to be, again we can't see, it's going to be really stable, you know, with either a plinth or a figure on top. So, you know, you say to yourself, £80. Yes, you have to add the price of a plinth to a bust or a figure, you know, when you're doing them. Again, it's all down to, you know, your pocket type of thing. I tried to go down the cheap route, as I say, eBay. You know, not for plinths that I've found. But no, I'll definitely use Oakwood Studios again. You know, as I say, great service and speedy postage out, and just top quality product. Really happy. All I've got to do now problem is now I've got to the expense of actually getting some decent plinths. It's now I'm going to have to look to the expensive rather than maybe just put the stickers on that my wife does. Maybe get a brass plinth for a brass plaque for some of them, because I wouldn't want to deface these beautiful plinths with just a bit of a sticker. Not that the stickers look nice, but yeah, I'll probably get a little brass plaque or something for some of these busts and whatever. Guys, thanks for having this quick look. As I say, if it works, I'll put the link in the description to Oakwood Studios. But it's not hard to, as I say, follow this, or just hit them up with a, you know, with a search engine. You take care of yourselves, guys. Thanks for stopping along and taking a look at this video. Other videos up and coming. We've got as you just saw, the quick flash of the yeomanry horse. I'm doing him in bits, letting that go off, and I'm about to work on the rider in the next day or so. But I've just given him a couple of coatings before I do a first prime on it, and just to see where those seam lines are, because it's bound to be them. It's bound to need a bit of work. I've also got the first 6 of the 28mm wargaming plastic Perry figures. They're just about to have their flesh painted today, and then they'll be ready. Tiger Tank stalled only for a couple of nights because I've been working on filling the horse and whatever. But Tiger Tank is going to get a few hours on it tomorrow. That's the one in 35 scale Tiger Tank from Hobby Boss. Yep, got that one right. So I've also had it was like Father Christmas dropping on the doorstep today. I've also had a Focke-Wulf 190 from Edward, and that's the one in 72. So we'll be having an unboxing of that some stage in the week. And I think that is it. Oh, I did get another Tommy's War figure, but that you won't see until it's actually painted up. And what I'm going to try and do is paint it all up, and you'll see it at a later date, because it's going to be for somebody else. Yeah. Right. So guys, you take care of yourselves again, and we will catch each other very soon on one of the videos I've just mentioned. Look after yourself, guys.